Hey folks, why haven't you subscribed yet? Tell them, Lily. Okay, so first of all, hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. This video is going to be different. I'm not going to edit anything out of it. It's going to be one shot. And as you can see from the title, this is going to cover my experience with seizures. This video is, I guess you could say, a little hard to make. I've mentioned it before in several videos that I have seizures. I have went into a little detail about that, and this video is going to go into some more detail. To start out with, a few years ago, a long time before I ever thought of doing YouTube, I worked at a local gas station, and one night I wasn't there to I wasn't there working. I was there, I'd stopped in to get gas, and it was at night. It's probably 9 o'clock, a little after, and I had went in, paid for the gas, and was, I guess, pumping it. I don't quite recall everything that happened. I just know that I come to, and I was awake. I didn't pass out. I didn't hit the ground. The next thing that I remember is standing around looking, trying to figure out where I was. I had no clue where I was, how I got there. That lasted a couple of minutes. I realized I was standing beside my car. I got to where I knew kind of where I was. I knew how to get home. I just had to focus on that. I had to maintain strict focus, keep telling myself how to get home. Luckily, I only lived a couple of miles from the gas station, and I shouldn't have drove home, but I did. That is the first time I knew something major was up. It is extremely scary. I had talked to one of my friends, and he had said that it sounded like I'd had a seizure. I brushed it aside. Shouldn't have. Sorry, Doug. But I went on a few weeks later. I had another event happen while I was at work. I was closing up, and I'd forgotten some of the codes and things that I needed to close up. Things that I'd used every day, numbers that I'd used every day anyway. I had no idea what they were. I couldn't remember. I called a coworker. Luckily, her number was wrote down, and I got the number from her. After that, there's a few other things happened, and I ended up going to the doctor. I talked with the doctor, who was concerned. He was concerned because of the memory issues, because I had started having trouble remembering things as well. I've had always before I'd had a really good memory, and then I noticed I was forgetting things. I would wake up and feel bad for no reason, draggy. But he sent me to the doctor and to a neurologist. The first neurologist, it took a while for me to get in to see. Neurologists are hard to find, and I went into this one. I had to do a cognitive test. He spoke to me for a few minutes, and then he's like, so do you know you have epilepsy, right? And I was like, no, I don't know that. He said, well, you do. So he ordered an MRI and an EEG. He looked at the EEG, that took a while to get scheduled, and by the time I got that scheduled, it took even longer to get back into him. What should have been a 3-month wait ended up being over half a year. So I got into see him again. He done the EEG and said, yeah, said you have epilepsy. They had taken me through a lot of medicine. A lot of different medicine, and anyone who has taken any kind of seizure medicine knows that it can be rough starting a new med. Luckily, I do not have tonic-clonic seizures, what used to be called grand mal. I have temporal lobe epilepsy, and sometimes it affects my speech, my ability to remember. Sometimes I can't spell worth crap. I have it in both temporal lobes instead of just on one side of the brain. I also have what's called psychogenetic non-epileptic seizures, PNES. So I'm having both. Psychogenetic non-epileptic seizures are basically what it sounds like. It's comes from different mental illnesses, anxiety and depression and that kind of thing. The thing of it is, the seizures affect my mental health, and the mental health causes seizures. Same thing with insomnia. I have insomnia, so I have a lot of trouble sleeping. the less sleep I get, the worse my seizures are, the more frequent they are, and the more frequent and worse my seizures are, that affects my sleep pattern. So there are a lot of people who suffer from epilepsy. It is one of the most common neurological conditions. There are a lot of people have it a lot worse than me. I'm blessed that it's not as bad as it could be. I do have a lot of seizures now. The frequency has picked up. When I have seizures, it drains me, both mentally and physically. I'm confused a lot, and I'm exhausted a lot. And I have to watch things like I'm not supposed to drive. I'm not supposed to go hiking, something I love to do, and I still do it. I don't do it by myself, but I do. I have went hiking once or twice. It limits where I can work. I can't work in a restaurant in a kitchen. I can't. They don't want me to run heavy equipment or machinery, so that limits a lot of factory work. I live in a rural area. Luckily, I work from home. My job now is great and has been a real blessing. And I work, but if I did not have that job, it would be hard to find another one. For the simple fact that each time I drive puts it one step closer to me possibly hurting someone, and I don't want to risk that. I made this video at the advice of my therapist. I do see a therapist to head off any mental issues that creep up. I just want to say, not all. Just because someone looks fine does not mean they're fine. Like I said, I could have it a lot worse than I do. But just because someone's say a disability or something similar, just because you can't see that doesn't mean they don't have it. Always try to look at that. These things are very hard to deal with, even the form that I have, and I couldn't imagine dealing with the others. So, thank you all for watching. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer what I can. Not an easy video to make, but I do. I make the most of it, of this thing. Hopefully one day things will get better. I do want to thank my family, who's helped me a lot. I want to thank my friends. I have two friends in particular, Doug and Eric, who both have helped me a lot by talking to me about this. It helps having friends who at least know who's experienced things. So I do thank you guys. If you watch this, I thank you a lot. And all my other friends who've been there. One day, hopefully, there can be a cure. So, you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Sorry if it's a downer of a video, but hey, today's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. If you live in America, happy 4th of July, Independence Day, and you all have a great one.